Ski Buzz back with another video. This video is basically a touch off from the first one I did with this um, notion that academics got. And like I said in the last video, I was already thinking that same issue. Like in the last video, I said co-conspirator number 2, but I really meant co-conspirator number 1. Because if you listen to what academics says, it's somebody that knows about the business in Chicago, but isn't in OTF group. And Trenches News knows stuff that goes around. He's been a snitch for 10 years, guys, without nobody knowing. And he was jumping from OTF to other streets that's beefing. Like, Trenches News been given information in order for the feds to do investigating on Lil Durk. Listen.
On like how, Dirk was supposedly moving. This come from a guy who's from Chicago too. Listen to this.
Been Muslim for a while, but record that you got.
Here we go.
This record. Wiped his record. He knew they was coming, Vlad. He wiped the whole record. Like, we criminals. We ain't thinking about going and wiping no records, man. You got millions of dollars. Well, you ain't got to wipe your record. You know what I'm saying? Like, you still could go overseas. You was going overseas with the record that you got. So it's like he knew they was coming, man. And then the peace thing, like I tell everybody, it's a good thing, Vlad. Like, he played people. That was a whole play. But it was a good thing. You know how you got kids still believe in Santa Claus, but you as a grown person know the truth. So let them kids believe that peace was real. Let them think that, you know what I'm saying, like them putting the picture up there, like it's a start somewhere. But that was a whole play, man. That whole situation was a play. That was a play for Dirk. He needed that. He tried to clean up his image so when they do come, you can say that in the court. I was under United Center, had the ops up there, all that bullshit that he gonna try to run by them.
Man, look, I've been on this recently because I really had to think about this whole situation for a long time. Because being in hip hop, you always have access to people who are violent, who are criminals, that will do violent things in your behalf, that are still in the streets. But when I look back on my history, I remember I had to cut off a whole bunch of people some years back.
Here we go.
Be doing crimes. If you jump and suddenly I have to deal with it, selling their name. When you look at the taxes, I don't have anyone.
Go back to Von, though, Vlad, because I got to talk.
Right.
Dirk was scared of Von. That's just bottom line. Him and the rest of them. They knew what Von was into. They knew what type of animal he was before he got out of jail. Like, they know. Like, this dude is a killing. And they wanted to be around him. Von got the streets. Dirk ain't got the streets. Von got the streets. They called him grandson. People thinking he King David grandson.
You see, that's interesting. I'm not fully believing it, but it's an interesting angle. But he's gonna go on to kind of detail where he feels that Von had the streets. Dirk obviously wanted the streets because it's a different energy, but also they were almost pressuring him to be like, yo, bro, you ain't gonna do nothing, nigga?
He want that image. I'm gonna go back to Von, though, Vlad, because I got to talk. Dirk was scared of Von. That's just bottom line. Him and the rest of them. They knew what Von was into. They knew what type of animal he was before he got out of jail. Like, they know. Like, this dude is a killing. And they wanted to be around him. Von got the streets. Dirk ain't got the streets. Von got the streets. They called him grandson. People thinking he King David grandson. But the whole time it was an old guy who gave him that name, grandson. So he had all the streets. And then he got all the real members behind Von. Like, all the real, Dirk paying for friends. That's how I look at it. Dirk paying for friends, man. All them guys with Dirk, they pay. Everybody who Dirk had with him, they end up being back in Chicago, and they saying bad things about him. Or they saying that he weak and he this and that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he buying people. But Von, he ain't have to buy no people because people really know. Like, if he say he gonna do something to you, he really gonna do it. Dirk can say nobody, oh man, get yourself, But Von, they gonna be like, oh yeah, I gotta watch out for him. Von say he gonna kill me. He was scared of him. They was scared of Von, man. And that was their downfall and destruction. Because him.
Somebody says, Trenches News is biased for FBG. Don't like Dirk or Von. He's a goofy. Oh, you think he's biased? Oh, okay. I didn't know. I know he definitely like FBG, but like I feel like again, it's important to talk to Chicago people because a lot of this shit where we were trying to understand it with Dirk, bro, you have to understand true Chicago, not necessarily only politics, but what the streets are saying. Like, there's this whole thing of, slide for Von, and people like, it's the fans who did it. Yeah, of course, there's a leveling part of that. But you don't think that the entire Chicago or all the guys around Dirk, when they're like, yo, bro, they're all looking at him like, so nothing, we ain't doing nothing? Like, I do think that's a thing.
Watch out for him. Vaughn said he gonna kill me. You know, he was scared of him. They was scared of Vaughn, man. And that was their downfall and destruction. Cause him, by signing, by getting, like bringing him around the whole thing, bro. Some people you can't show the lavish life to. You just gotta leave in the hood and probably give him some pounds of weed or whatever you gotta do, man, to keep cool with him. But you can't go on this. You can't go with us. You know.
So you think that Vaughn's energy? Well, yeah. I mean, you could trace the situation back to Vaughn, obviously. So Vaughn being in his vicinity ultimately led him to his demise.
Yep. Because they couldn't tell
him.
Vaughn no. They scared of him. They can't. You can't tell Vaughn nothing. Anybody who you interview and you ask them that, if they say that no, you can't tell Vaughn nothing, if they don't say that, they lying. You can't tell Vaughn nothing. Like nothing, bro.
Well, the fact that Vaughn was gone and he still was running the show in a way is kind of crazy.
Yeah. Because the street's still with him. The street still want to get back for Vaughn. They want to get back, and you in the power to be around these dudes. You got the money, and like out of that's the only thing I was surprised at with this Dirk situation, Vlad. Like when they brought up the five guys on the screen, I didn't think Diddy would be there with him because that's Dirk's friend. So I definitely didn't think he was gonna be there. But I thought it would be like some people we seeing in these videos waving guns around and jumping around like monkeys. It wasn't none of them. It all KFC workers, man, the janitors and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like he went to the space station to go and get the guy with the glasses and shit. Like I'm disappointed in Dirk, man. I'm disappointed in Dirk, and he did it, y'all. So y'all get in the comments, he did it, not us. He did the shit. He went on the plane. He got all the millions. You wouldn't do this shit when you was broke. Don't do it when you get some money, man.
So what exactly is Dirk's criminal record? Because I remember.
So basically, I think he actually coming out speaking more on his situation because Vaughn is deceased now, and everybody is scared of Vaughn. Even he said he's scared of Vaughn. Him talking about this whole case. Listen, y'all, he don't like Vaughn and Dirk because they allegedly had something to do with FBG Duck being unalived, and FBG Duck is his friend. That's why he got on the stand against the six guys that supposedly did it. Y'all just listen again how academics breaks this down, and you guys are understand. And I got a few more other videos that I'm going to include in this video after you listen to what he says.
Anyway, interesting. So, chat, it appears that the police is trying to. So, this is me reading in between the lines, chat. This is me reading in between the lines. Reading in between the lines. The police want to charge Dirk for another murder for hire for the killing of Stefan Mack, which is because somebody slid for the death of D-Thing, which is Dirk's brother. Here's the problem. And that's their theory. They have some proof. They don't have enough yet. Or else I do think they would have rolled out the indictment. Unless they're looking to get other people and they're just holding it. But that might be the thing because they've revealed Dirk's name. But that could have been because of his other case in a detention hearing. Here's the thing, though. Again, I'm thinking out loud. Everything I just read in that search warrant, keep in mind that search warrant's from a year ago. Actually, it's from 18 months ago. It's from March to 2023. What that search warrant said is that they have a paid snitch. And by the way, I'm going to be honest with you. Is Trench's News, like no disrespect to Trench's News, I'm not trying to disrespect him. He's from Chicago, right? This person who's CHS1, this is just someone who is in the streets that knows all about the politics and knows all about what's happening on the ground. They might not know everything about a crime. So they'll come and be like, yo, this is what the streets is saying. Yo, they saying that he slid on him for revenge. They saying that Dirk put money on his head. Yo, they saying is that nigga AJ from Mike City. You get what I'm saying? So that person can't put Dirk in jail, but he could put Dirk in the investigation. That could be trenches. I don't know. Not trying to put him in anything. I'm just saying that person who's getting paid $12,000 or got paid $12,000 over a couple years, that person is just doing their thing. Okay. What we don't see in this situation, we know that girlfriend was basically damn near telling, right? Girlfriend at first was trying to lie. Then she said, oh, no, it was my phone. And then she basically told about the AJ guy from Mike City. What's not in that situation in that case is none of the shooters are telling. So AJ and Marley, they're not telling. Both of them ain't telling. We're looking for the co-conspirator too. So there's some co-conspirators in there, but it seems like it's individuals they're investigating, not individuals they already know of, and either have chose to charge or got more information from them. Nothing told me that they have solid snitches in that case. What brings Dirk into that case, other than CHS1 saying, yo, the streets are saying that they got get back for D thing when they killed this dude, which the cops are going to look at, right? That CHS1, that's his job to come tell the cops, like, yeah, I ain't going to lie, them niggas who died over there by the warehouses, yeah, that's because so-and-so shorty got killed. So that's why them niggas got, that's their job to kind of tip the law enforcement off on how to investigate shit that they could lessen the amount of people to look at. So it appears that they're looking for just more information. And the only reason why Dirk is so much of a big case is that the shooters got super anxious about getting paid. Now, they don't necessarily mention how much they're getting paid, but they do mention getting paid. And they text each other back and forth about getting paid. And they're asking each other, yo, what's good with OTF? What's up with the payment? And then one guy's called on a jail call saying, yo, bro, why Dirk woofing and claiming that it was Tay-Town who did that? What the fuck? Basically saying, why Dirk not, Dirk need to check in and acknowledge the fact that we slid and killed the nigga who was somehow involved in his brother dying. So those are really big, important things, chat.
So it makes a lot of sense that they don't have a lot of evidence on Dirk. They just going by hearsay. And with the guys not talking on the D-Thing situation, it's really no hard evidence, especially when they say an open phone, why he claiming that Tay-Town did this and they didn't. So that takes him out of the loop for that. So I'm kind of with academics. Maybe Trenches got something to do with this just a little bit, along with whoever else has been working behind the scenes as well. I got some more videos, y'all.
You see all the rest of these guys, D-Rose. It's a lot of guys, bro. D-Rose is actually innocent, bro. And everybody know it, but he in there doing 40 years, man. Ain't nobody trying to help these guys. Eventually, somebody won't out. Eventually, gonna get caught up. Dirk, he should have been smarter than that. And when you get money, bro, and this to everybody, all the people out there, when you get your money, man, run with it. Because if you got some legit money and you hanging with some gang members, man, it's using your money to funnel a criminal enterprise.
Hey, so you had connected the dots with the other murder for hire, which, by the way, so this is the original murder for hire. So there was a murder for hire federal charge filed in Illinois for two guys, and I sent Meyer in the case, and one of these guys, their name is something Wilson, and the other guy's name is like Powell. How did you know, and how did you connect this to, OTF, or you connected this to Dirk? Obviously, we know now. Apparently, the guy who got killed by these two guys were accused, or actually that guy was accused of killing D-Thing. But how did you know?
Nah, it's just the streets, just being from the streets. If you tap in from the streets, like what the internet don't know, what if nobody knows something about it, bro. Like the streets talk, bro. Like everybody in the streets know who murdered all these guys.
Really?
But you know what I'm saying? But ain't nobody talking. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's for real, bro. Like the streets know. Like somebody could get killed in the neighborhood. If nobody know, the streets know who got killed.
So,
And that's how it's just been for the last 14 years. And then the police, when a person died, like Vaughn, they just pile them up with bodies. You know, they just pile them up. He did this to close the case.
and by the way, so let me ask you this question too, because you were so accurate. So I watched this video 7 months ago, and you said literally, you said, "Hey, around August, we're going to find out who paid for this murder." How the hell did you know it was gonna come out around this time? How do you know?
Man, it's just you just watch, you just pay attention. You know, I be on the federal sites and all that. You just gotta watch, man. Like they had a reward out for these guys who got the indictment. They been had a reward out for them and everything. They've been on the run. You know, they put their pictures out of shit. And if you know them, if you know them once you see them, like once they run across them, then you like, oh yeah, you know, it's just a matter of time.
Interesting.
Man, bro, y'all can't tell me that this man ain't the one doing some snitching. Like he said that academics said he the one that did that Trenches is the one that put the D thing situation together. And also he said in the video by August that they will be getting arrested. How would he know that? How would he know that? Because it was close to that time. A little bit after maybe, but how would he know that, y'all?
That goes by the name of OTF Jam, and they're saying that he wore a wire. Now, I'm thinking we're in motherfucking 2024. Why wear a wire? You could just put your phone on the table and record the whole motherfucking call. A wire seems mad old school. But what do you think? And you know, by the way, Trenches, I heard you speak about Jam. I didn't know. I thought Jam was just some guy. You said he's kind of known as a killer. We're not saying he killed nobody, but you're saying that's his reputation. What do you think the likelihood is that he's cooperating? And what do you think the likelihood that maybe he recorded Dirk and other people while they were discussing crimes?
Well, the likelihood of him doing it, man, he whether it's Quando Rondo incident or another incident, he told some, you know,
How do you
all
know?
the
How do you
members,
know?
all the members said it that he told.
Oh,
You know,
so that's
real
word on the
OTF
street.
members, 300 members, they say he told. So
Oh,
I don't know it, but about the wire thing, his people hit me up and said that he wanted to get bonded out, and they don't know nothing about no wire, but he did make a threat to Dirk, like if you want to come in, you know what I'm talking about, how you gonna play somebody who be putting in work and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And they took it as a threat.
The old Block 6 are now awaiting their sentencing, but Trench's News pointed out that they could come home through Rule 35. And that's when you work with the government after you've been convicted and actually cooperate on other murders and other crimes. They could potentially come home.
Yeah, he would know.
Right. Well, number one, you know Trench's News.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I knew of him.
Yeah.
I ain't seen them in a long time. You don't really know people no more.
I remember he talked about how FBG Duck and him actually lived together at one point.
Yeah.
And you said that was true.
Yeah, they stayed in the same house. Yeah.
Okay. So they really knew each other legitimately.
Yeah.
He said he was closer to Brick than to Duck. Because I guess he's a little bit older.
Because he loved older.
Right.
He stayed with me too. We stayed in the same house too.
Really?
Yeah.
Did your name ever come up in anything?
And what?
Just in anything that he's talked about or...
Yeah, I don't even know why I'm talking about him now, because he like hate me. So like he make up a lot of stories about me. Cause we had like one small situation. So after I had got a DM about him telling me to cash out him some bread, I treated his ass and he just went like on the whole rant. I think it started off the rise and fall of the Clout Boys. That's actually what started his channel.
Well, who are the Clout Boys?
FBG Clout Boys.
Oh, okay. FBG Clout Boys. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. when you found out, so this is someone that you knew, you guys lived together at one point. Now you see him on the stand in the old Block 6 trial. Did that surprise you?
Yeah and no. I actually ain't seen him on the stand, but I was hearing his name come up. Yeah, it surprised me. For sure it did.
Well, and then once he took the stand, you start hearing about the fact that he was an FBI informant at one point, and it goes back.
Time. Long time.
For a
How
long
long
time.
it was?
It was a while. I mean,
90 what?
I mean, potentially 10 years.
It's crazy.
So did you know him at the time
While he was
an
snitching?
informant?
Yes, sir. That's how he was asking questions in that bitch. Yes, sir. Nah, I'm just playing, man.
Does that freak you out a little bit, though, that you were hanging out with someone
it's
that was
like-
working with the feds?
It's kind of scary, but like at the same time, I'm way advanced and smarter than what I am. Like I never did really even hung with him for him to even have nothing to tell on me with for. So
Yeah, but still.
yeah, it's scary.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people just make up shit.
And that's what made me more scary
You know
because
what I'm saying?
I done seen him and another guy who they just be making up stuff and they just got used as credible witnesses. Like so, it's more scarier than like it's crazy.
Like I'll tell you.
And you said you got word too that Trench's News is actually on the stand during the FBG Duck trial.
Right now, he's on there.
Right now.
Jesus
Didn't you say that
Christ.
too?
Yeah, Trench's News
The
is
most famous snitch in Chicago history.
Allegedly.
okay.
Well, I mean, paid informant.
No, I'm saying
let's
like
break
they
this
saying
shit down.
allegedly he's on the stand right now. King AK-47 said it. And then I asked you about it, and you said that somebody else told you that too, right? Now who did you hear that from? Because I text Mama Duck, she ain't hit me back yet.
Oh, hold on. So you say you feel like that somebody else texted J Mane and said that's true?
No, I asked you about it earlier when you first got here, and then you mentioned it like.
Yeah, his ass. Put it like this, bro. Has been calling me ever since that viral picture came out. J Mane, you see Trench's News. I talked to Ruger. Y'all did y'all homework on Ruger. It hit different when I talked to Ruger and hey Rug, you see this shit, right? Put it like this. Certain shit on the internet you don't know what to believe. When we seen the Sun Times, the Chicago newspaper post that he made $25,000, bro, for being an informant, and you been a lifelong rat is crazy. A lifelong rat.
Wait, you're saying he was around before this situation?
That they've been saying he been on payroll. Let's start there on the who been on payroll.
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
He was doing whoops with I gotta give C Hood his whoops too on 4 now.
Shout out C Hood. He says that at the beginning of every video.
And that's the whole thing. But I'm like, what's going on down there? Is C Hood with that shit? Who with that shit?
I don't know.
Who was all a part of? Who knew that Trench's News was the police, bro? Let's start there.
I mean, now it makes sense why he's been so committed to wearing that mask, right?
I told y'all he was wearing that for a reason. Then I told y'all that. I told y'all if y'all.
You seen him, right? I didn't see
seen
him
him without it, yeah.
I didn't see him without it.
You seen him without it before?
That shit is fishy. First of all, was that in the real Chicago Sun-Times? Let's start there. That was real Chicago Sun-Times. That's what y'all telling me.
I don't know. Oh.
That was real Chicago
You
Sun-Times?
seen it online like right before it came in.
It hit different. So with that being said, can the Chicago Sun-Times put out false information? And first of all, how the f was he in there with the mask on?
It's like the guy in the YNW Melly trial.
So you can't be in there with the mask on.
Apparently, it's a new normal.
Okay, let's start there.
Is there part of you that, since you had love for Duck, that feels kind of like, well, I appreciate him because he's going to make sure that these guys who allegedly did this to Duck are going to, not see the sun for a while.
Bro, let the police do their job, but they ain't need your fucking help. You don't think the police? You think the police needed Trench's News help?
That's what I was thinking, honestly.
The police ain't need Trench's
When I
News
read
help.
what information he gave them, it
What
didn't
the
really
fuck?
sound that crucial to their case, but apparently they really needed it if they were willing to invest $25K in it.
They asked me because they know I do what I do. They asked me for the 25. I turned it down.
As a cop.
As a cop, I turned it down. 25. You know me, Adam. I play ball.
Trying to negotiate for more?
Come 50. and we could talk. Let's start there. I could have gave them the information, but they ain't had a whole 50. They talking about some shit. We'll with the information that Trenches gave us. That's enough to go there for 25. Let's start there.
Damn, you even get paid by the cops for interviews too. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's different when I get paid by them. Do your homework. Adam, I really got this on. Why? Because they told me, J-Man, Adam be up there asking a lot of police-ass questions. So I just had to.
You want to get on my level?
I had to get on your level today.
You know,
You can't tell me you ain't the police.
I got to give it.
Are you the police?
I'm not Trenches News. I'll put it that way.
Are you the police?
Have I had any serious conversations with the cops in my adult life? Not really.
Are you the police?
No. Think about it. Why? What would I have to gain from that?
All right.
I don't even think I have any information that they would really want. What would
When
the
you're
cops?
the police, don't you have to admit that you're the police when someone asks?
Yeah, that's what somebody told me. So you got to ask, Remo, are you the police?
Officer Remo.
Remo, answer the question, bro. You over. I ain't coming back to no jumper if you
Nah,
ain't
I'm
answer
not
this
the
question.
police, man.
Okay, it hit different.